Hey fellas, we got a quirky dude over here. Though not all quarks are made green, you gotta take in that evil red to balance you out. By you, I mean Sam Windpipe. He's a hypersensitive smoker with a family heirloom, all because he wanted to be a medicinal drunk. The only thing that's bothersome about this designed personality is his withdrawal from smoke. Mood shifts don't matter. Get over it. And he had no clue what his family passed down to him, yet he was doing fine. As a forever bartender on a Fulp station. In this far-off land, there are no shortage of service workers. I've mentioned it before. If you want to mob up 6 deep with the chefs or bartenders, this is where you go. That's the reason why Sam had to race for shotgun, like a kid who doesn't understand the word the but knows where dad keeps gun. The loser from the race took his loss gracefully by trying to turn around his bad parenting with gifts of ammo. Sam was loaded up. He felt prepared until the smokeless shake started coming on. He had him reaching for that coddling jacket of a cigarette faster than speed/duration will allow. That sweet ember he saw as life-saving was leading the charge in the smokestack that got him lit on fire when his coworker managed to spill and throw drinkable flame fuel on him. After rolling, the goddamn shaking came back, even while he was puffing a cig. It was a must for Sam to satisfy his nicotine fulfillment with the brand new cigarette. A reset was necessary. The previous one probably had gone stale. Once physically stable, Sam bumped into a chef who hated his own cooking so much he went on a hunger strike long enough to lose all the fat and skin off his body. Also, he stretched out his limbs. The chef did this one on purpose in order to increase his wingspan in the kitchen. Now, here he is offering Sam some funny stuff. Like what? The Windpiper wondered. The question prompted Chef Armstrong to drop a bottle of mystery green for Sam. Then he hit him with another inquiry. What does it do? The chef replied,
It's the funny drugs. Space drugs.
Such as, oh, let's give it a shot.
No, don't drink it. Mix it with the drinks.
Oh, Buddy should have really told Sam before he chugged it. Right on schedule, the shit out of him seeing those flashing colors, which caused confusion and drooling, like war veterans who get their flips switched by fireworks. Combine that with being shot at, Sam was convinced he was in a war zone. He realized it wasn't a hallucination when the chef said something about it.
Someone is going nuts.
Did we get shot at?
Yeah.
Okay, drugs. Still high, he went back to work. It was boring up until his bartender asked to borrow the shotgun. Just for 1 second, the man pleaded. Sam was paranoid. He thought the other bartender wanted to use the shotgun on him, so he offered to commit murder to protect himself, like being a debt bitch for the mob. He didn't mind getting dirty with the shotgun, whether it was digging ditches or giving out hand jobs with the shotgun. He would do whatever. However, his coworker claimed he needed to blow his own brains out, and Sam wasn't about to get in the way of that. Well, he didn't hand over the gun immediately over concerns that beanbags can't kill man. Somehow, the suicidal punk had persuaded him otherwise. At first, Sam simply tried shooting him, but the suicide expert explained he had to pull the trigger himself for it to work. Makes sense. Then it counts as killing yourself. So yeah, beanbags can kill you. You just gotta swallow them real fast. Sam then had to explain to the chef what happened, which allowed the victim's neighbor to pay his respects. Though of course the chef's not gonna let the fresh pepperoni go to waste. The situation escalated from nothing to blob in an instant. Hearing the news had Sam rushing into open doors he had no business entering. Why? For a petty bomb. His heist had failed. One of the robotic bank tellers had to help him out the front door. How embarrassing. Sam dragged that fuel tank into maintenance, where he was met with punches delivered by a minion of the blob. Then the territorial zombie almost killed Sam. Luckily, the library was always open for an escape. You don't even have to read. Instead, you can drink away your pain, like Sam Windpipe. Nevertheless, he didn't stick to the alcohol healing method because a Medibot is quicker. Taking good care of his health didn't matter, since choking still exists. Poor Sam Windpipe couldn't breathe, but that wasn't going to stop him from smoking or holding his shotgun. Obviously, lack of quality air would prevent him from being able to stand up straight and walk to a safe breathing area. His unwillingness to give up smoking for a single second led to his death. And the blob too. Let's blame that more. Look, the manipulative ruler's cronies were effectively wiping out the station. Sam wasn't going to survive that anyways. As a ghost, Sam began searching for survivors. In medbay, he saw the lanky drug-peddling chef running from the blob army, along with a couple of doctors stashed away in a room as they attempted to revive a moth. This effort was foiled when the big boys bulldozed their way through the airlock and drafted these fine young nerds into their militia. Next, the beef found the chef. Miraculously, his flat ass was able to slip past the top-heavy beast, only to be confronted by a horde of meatball zombies. The chef pulled out an energy sword and chose to go out blade a-swinging, because using your gear to kill is always better than playing it safe for a seat in green text. The station-defending traitor had to have known he was far too outnumbered. More than likely, he just wanted to put on a good dramatic fight. For me, thanks for the show. Meanwhile, someone was still alive in science, and them scouts may know that too. Nah, those meatheads were banging on unrelated doors, thus granting the civilian of war time to train to be a refugee. Out in the icebox, he was stopped during the immigration process by 3 border patrol carps. In the end, it happened for good reason, since this criminal turned out to be a blood brother. Who knows what he would have done with that bomb? Surely nothing blob related. Some antags only care about making their objectives proud. Unlike me, I just like to kill,